Hi everyone, I'm JP from UnboxGuru, and I have with me the wonderful Miss Bianca Valerio.
Wow, I'm wonderful. Hi, JP.
Hi. She's a lifestyle host, and she's here to help you review the MSI GF63 laptop. But before we get to the review, let me ask you, Bianca, how are you doing?
Oh my God, he's so formal. You know, I'm nervous. I'm actually really nervous right now because, to be honest, guys, I don't really know much about computers. I mean, I like aesthetic, I like something user-friendly. So the fact that we have this beautiful box in front of us, I don't know what to expect. So I think that's where you have to help me.
Yeah, that's my job.
Right?
So I'll be taking care of all of the tech talk, but you're going to be helping me by giving me your first impressions.
Absolutely. I'm going to look at it as like first date.
Oh, perfect.
Right? First impressions on a first date.
What, can you tell me a little bit about your workflow when it comes to shooting and recording and editing videos?
Okay, you know what? This is something I've never really shared with anybody, but you know, other than being a lifestyle host, I'm actually a travel vlogger, travel lifestyle vlogger, and pretty much all my travels, you know, I really am so not intimidated, but I applaud all these vloggers who have all this equipment with them.
Right.
And they have like their GoPro, they have like these gorilla looking sticks, and just really the shebang, the whole package, right? I don't want carrying a lot of things. Like in life, I don't need excess baggage. I don't need it in my bag either. So I just really use my cell phone. I just have two cell phones. One, not even because I need extra, you know, extra men like shooting me. It's just really me, a $1 selfie stick.
So it seems like you're all about function over form.
Yes.
Right, and you'd want to have a workstation platform that's as portable and as no nonsense as possible.
Yes, anything that's no fuss, doesn't have all these things that you need to decode. I mean, as much as I appreciate a lot of these new technologies right now, at the end of the day, you just want something easy, that's quick, that's fast, and very portable is the word. Portable is really the word. Yeah.
Okay. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised by the MSI, because even before we undress it, you're going to want to jump onto this first date.
Okay.
All right, so we can already see that the packaging is quite well laid out.
I'm going to do this.
Sure,
I
take
got
care of
this.
it.
Okay, so we have this. It comes with a carrying case.
It does. It comes with a little bit of an anti-static case, so you don't have to worry about it.
Anti-static case. Okay, and
Da, 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 da.
do you see this?
Fun fact, that dragon, his name is Lucky.
Because I'm here. Okay, so wow, it actually reminds me of a sports car.
It does, doesn't it? The design is super aggressive.
It does. And this logo that we have here, and I love that it's super, super thin. You know, once again, I don't like bulky things.
Right. So this can slip right into your backpack or your purse, even if you carry a big enough one?
Well, I think it would in my hand carry.
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day, I love shopping, so I don't want a lot of the weight to be on things like equipment.
And speaking of the weight, you probably don't even have to worry about it putting your luggage over the tipping the scale.
I was like, oh, what's that? Yes, absolutely. And here we go. Oh, wow, I like that.
You like the red?
I do. It's very striking, and I actually like the font of the keyboard. I like that it has a very masculine feel to it. So it has like it's got swag.
Find a nice corner that you want to start with.
Okay. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Wait.
And you can peel it nice and slow.
Nice. Ooh, I like that it's actually not shiny.
It isn't, no, it's brushed aluminum.
I like it. So it has a more sophisticated finish to it.
Right.
Usually a lot of things, they like to go for the shiny finish, and I like that it adds to its sleekness.
It does, and it's a nice contrast. The brushed aluminum look is a nice contrast to the plastic backing, which does help in keeping its weight down. Even though it is plastic, it is quite strong. So
I have to say though, so you see this logo over here, and no disrespect to MSI, but this reminds me of House Targaryen.
So on the left side of the laptop, you have just the power port. and the USB Type A port. It's 3.1 speed. And a vent, of course. You don't want to cover that up. On the back of the laptop, you have an HDMI port so you can plug in an external display. And then finally, on the right side of the laptop, you've got two USB Type A ports. You've got your 3.5 millimeter jacks for plugging in your audio. And you've got a USB Type C port and a gigabit Ethernet jack and a Kensington lock, just in case you don't want people to jack your shit, you know. All right, Bianca, now that we got through with the exterior,
yes,
how about we jump into the interior for
Absolutely. Laptop? May I?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. If only it really made that sound.
No, really. No, actually, as you're opening it, what's the added bonus track is my voice going, da. But if you pay for an extra $1, you get the Game of Thrones soundtrack coming out of the screen.
You see Daenerys riding along on this MSI dragon.
And then the dragon is just like landing there and telling you, welcome.
The dragon will talk to you and say welcome.
Okay, so tell me about the screen.
So the screen is 15.4 inches, it's 1080p and 60 hertz. And the manufacturer MSI says that this laptop can get around 5 to 7 hours of battery life, depending on. But I got closer to the low end, 4 to 5, because of just what I was doing. I was really making it, you know, run through the horses.
He was stalking all his ex-girlfriends.
That's right. That's exactly what I do on what is it on
me included.
On Facebook or Snapchat or Instagram.
Right. No, Friendster.
Friendster, MySpace.
MySpace, yeah.
GeoCities.
Okay.
If you're going to be doing things like editing or gaming or
yeah,
watching videos, of course your battery life's going to be lower.
Or watching, you know, your movies and stuff. Yeah, for sure.
But as long as you're near an outlet, that's not a problem. And it's doubly not a problem given this power brick, because it's so small.
And I like that when you say power brick, it doesn't look like a brick. It doesn't feel like a brick either. Usually these things take up half the space in your computer bag, and it's actually not very heavy.
Sometimes they're heavier than the laptop.
Yeah, totally. It's like it's called a power brick for a reason.
Exactly.
But this is like a third of a brick.
Probably even closer to maybe a quarter of a brick.
You couldn't hurt someone with this.
No, you'd probably want to throw like your bag or even the laptop at someone if you want to get rid of them, not the brick.
Totally.
That's probably just going to bounce off your face.
My hand, yeah. I have pretty small hands, so it's actually quite,
Actually, yeah.
Nice.
You can do a hand comparison.
You can do a hand comparison.
See, my hand is a lot bigger than the brick.
Oh my God. Imagine if I was a guy with a hand this small.
As for its specs, the MSI GF63 Fin95C is equipped with all of the latest in hardware. It's got a 9th generation Intel Core i7-9750H with 6 cores and 12 threads and a base clock of 2.6 GHz that turbos up to 4.5 GHz under heavy load. Its GPU is an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 Ti Max-Q with 4 GB of GDDR5 RAM, and for its system memory, our unit came configured with 20 GB of DDR4 RAM at 1333 MHz. For storage, our system came equipped with 256 GB on a Toshiba NVMe SSD. Its Wi-Fi is an Intel Wireless AC 9560, which gives you the latest in Wi-Fi technology, and its Ethernet is Realtek's Gigabit Ethernet. It's got a 15.4-inch display at 1080p and 60 Hz, and its panel is from LG. So Bianca, as far as first impressions go, how did the MSI GF63 fare for you on its first date?
No, I have to say it made such a really good impression. What really struck with me was it's the red. It's the red with the black and the font. It's very futuristic is not the word, but it's actually quite different from other laptops that I've seen. And I like this because you can't have this or you can't have this without this. So I like that it's actually pretty small and it's not really heavy. But all in all, because I'm just basing it from like aesthetic, right?
Right.
No, I'm actually pretty pleased. I think what sealed the deal for me, guys, if you have no idea, if there's like a nerd for something, I am the nerd for Game of Thrones. Like I've traveled all across the world just to go to all these different film locations, and all I had to do was look at an MSI laptop, and we have House Targaryen,
Wow. So
Right?
you're super biased for MSI just because of its logo.
Yeah, totally. Why not, right? Totally. It's actually pretty nice.
Well, if anything will draw you to MSI, aside from the logo, I
Yeah.
think its sleek design
Yeah.
speaks for it, its portability, its weight. So in terms of aesthetics and
Yeah.
its looks and its appearance,
Yeah.
would you give it how many boxies out of 5?
But don't you think like my opinion's not really valid since you're the expert?
Oh, well, we're just talking about the appearance right now.
Okay, because I don't want to sound like this super know-it-all, and I feel like I have merit with my opinion. But if we're just basing my score on just aesthetic and first impressions, I would give it a 4.
Ooh, that's very much in line with what
Yeah.
I was going to give it in terms of aesthetics. And in fact, with all of the other metrics as well, I'd say in terms of performance and price, it's also a 4 because you get the full HD package, 1080p screen, 15-inch screen. You've got your 9th generation Core i7. You've got a GeForce GTX 1650 Ti Max Q. It's all of the bells and whistles that a beginning content creator and gamer would want.
But I actually like that it booted up super fast.
That is
So
true.
that was a good one. I remember that one.
Maybe in terms of performance, then we can bump it up to a 4.5.
Why not? A 4.7 even. I'm feeling generous.
She's feeling generous,
I'm
and
feeling generous.
MSI should be feeling lucky too because you kind of want to take it out on a second date, don't you?
Absolutely. Probably a second and a third. You kind of want to get to know it a little bit better, tinker with it a bit, and just to see like how we go into the future
Good to
and
know.
how long it will last.
That's a good point. You guys must be true Marvel fans because you were good enough to stick around after the credits to see our one more thing.
But wait, there's more.
Exactly. We have here the Samsung Portable SSD T5. This one here is a 250 gigabyte, but it goes all the way up to 2 terabytes.
2 terabytes. That's the stuff that I like. But usually, I usually just go for 1 terabyte. I think hard drives for me, I trust them more than clouds. Especially with everything that's happening, like with all these celebrities getting hacked.
Yeah.
It's a very scary place for, at least I'm just talking from personal experience, or at least non-experience, and I prefer like something that's, once again, portable. And so every time I travel, having that hard drive with me is always like such a necessity. So usually like at least 250, but a terabyte, that would be awesome.
And this one you can trust even more and take it with you even more places than a hard drive because it's actually
Right.
an SSD. It's a solid state drive. There's no moving parts, meaning there's nothing that can get broken if it gets jostled in your luggage or...
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and speaking about portability,
Right.
I want to see your reaction when I pull this out of the box.
Please.
And remember that size isn't everything.
Whenever a guy tells you that, ladies, then you know the truth. Okay. No way, shut the front door. Oh my God, this is so cute.
Isn't it?
Oh my God, this is like face powder. This is like eyeshadow.
It's smaller
oh
than
my
a
God.
compact,
And it,
yeah.
you know, it's even kind of scary because you're thinking, wow, is this for real? Wow, that's pretty amazing. It's so light. It's so light. It is so small. And wow.
And yet you can fit up to 2 terabytes in here.
That is amazing. Oh my God, I am so sold.
You want to take it for a test run?
Oh my God, totally. Absolutely. So how do we do this? What are you
Alright.
going to transfer?
We're just going to transfer a simple 1 gigabyte file. It's, well, okay, fine. It's kind of important to me because I love tech and this is a benchmarking tool.
And how big is this file?
This file is 1.24 gigabytes and we're just
Okay.
going to see what Windows says how long it will take.
Okay.
All right, let's flip it over.
Yeah, I wanted to show you guys exactly where he keeps his nudes.
You know what? It finished the transfer even before you turned the
Oh,
laptop on.
did it really?
It really did.
No
Why
way.
don't we do it one more time?
What?
Let's do it one more time. Control V, just to paste the file, and yeah, we want to make sure. Replace it. Boom.
Oh my God, that was so fast.
That's less than that. It
That
finished
was
in
like
less
3
time.
seconds.
In less time than you said. Oh my God, that was so fast.
Oh my God, that's amazing. That deserves a round of applause, people.
It really does. This little guy could truly perform.
No, seriously. No, really, I'm impressed, dude.
So Bianca,
Yes.
this Samsung Portable SSD T5, it's small,
I'm sorry,
sleek.
guys, but I want it.
I know, I do
It
too.
is so impressive. I mean, I never thought that something so small, so compact, it is so light, people. I think chewing gum is even heavier than this.
Some of them are, yeah.
No, really, it's just so impressive. It's such a game changer. I would give it $5. Done. Done.
Yeah, so would I. I too would give it $5 for the same reason, and also for the reasons that you can get it in different colors. It comes in various colors. I also didn't point out earlier, but this is USB Type-C.
Yeah.
So if you do have a computer like the MSI GF63 that has a USB Type-C port on it, you can get even faster transfer speeds.
No, that was amazing. I think it's just because, you know, with, can I actually use it still as an external drive? Because I see them all as
sure.
external drives. All this time I actually thought what I was using was already this amazing thing because it was small enough, but this throws it out of the park.
Did we ruin your honeymoon
You kind of
period?
did. You kind of ruined my bragging rights to myself.
Oh no.
And I'm looking at it now and it's like, no, I think it's also something I can resonate with because it's something that I work with and I use with me every day.
Right, right. And everyone can use a little bit more storage in their lives.
Absolutely.